us on Instagram, then you don't know that we posted a Q&A. If you do, we're answering your questions. Starting off with, let's see. Do you like this one? Michael Lone Star Tattoos. Do you still smoke weed? July of this year will be 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Me too, actually.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we both, yeah.
That's crazy. And we weren't together when we smoked.
Mm-mm.
Which is wild. King James, are you coming back to the vlog?
There's a lot of these questions.
No. Michael Mayers. You want to say it?
How does faith work during the loss of a loved one? I lost my grandma yesterday, and it hurts, and it's rough.
That's sorry. I'm so sorry, Michael. Loss is painful. I'll try to make it quick, but honestly, like, the way my faith works is a few ways. A is that I believe that there must be an afterlife, and that it, hopefully if my loved one was saved, then they'll be in heaven. And if that's the case, then my faith works because I believe that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a terrible explanation. I know you want to talk now, so.
Well, I was just going to kind of piggyback off of it. So, like, you know, we're Christian and we believe that, you know, you're saved through your faith in Jesus, you know, believing he died on the cross for our sins. And I'm actually in a grief share group right now. So I'm kind of like working through like having faith while grieving, because it's not like necessarily easy. There is the hope that like we will see them again in heaven, in that eternal life. But I had the question a couple of weeks ago, actually, of, I asked in one of my groups, I was just like, well, what if my loved one, like, didn't believe? Like, do I just never see them again? And how do I cope with that? And I got an answer that honestly was, like, really helpful. And it was just like, one, you never truly, truly know somebody's heart. So I can sit here and look at, you know, a family member, a friend, and just think, oh, they don't believe, when they very well might. And there's also the perspective of, we don't know what happens in those very final minutes and seconds of somebody's life. And it can happen in those final minutes or moments where they turn their life over, you know, and are saved and go to heaven. So.
Well, how does their faith work?
Well, I think that's how it lessens the load, like in the day-to-day life. It's still hard and it's not easy, but I feel like it helps to lessen sometimes, knowing that we're going to see them again, honestly. And I also think leaning into the for us, or me and you, like leaning into the church or finding a grief share. I know that they're all around, and I don't know what, you know, your faith is or what you believe in, but if you search a grief share, they're a faith-based grief group, and they help you work through a lot of stuff. It's not easy, but
I also think that, so this is a little bit of a different avenue, but I get blown away by life itself. It's easy to get used to it and think, oh yeah, this is life. But I think about it at a deeper level, and I go, this is so weird. I actually scare myself, because I wake up every day and I'm just like, this is so weird. None of this makes sense. Why am I experiencing this? What was before this? Like, why is time flying so fast? Oh, time's flying so fast. I already know my end's coming here. I have a very interesting. I get deep in rabbit holes all day, every day. And so my faith comes into play because I'm like, well, this life is so weird and has absolutely zero explanation. I'm a very scientific person as well, and I believe that God created the Big Bang. I think that only makes the most sense to me. But then I just am like, well, I have to have faith in something, because this isn't just nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's created. Something just doesn't come out of nothing. That doesn't make any sense. Well, there was a cosmic ball of gas and soup that collided and boom. It's just like, well, what made that? And so it's clearly created. So I have faith in that, and then you can connect the rest of the pieces. I could go forever. I think that made sense. So I hope that helped.
I hope that answered.
I also have faith that my loved one's in heaven, and so it grows my faith because I want to be in heaven and go see them. Mm-hmm. Bobby Alexander MT. Whose biceps are bigger? Compare.
That's a funny question.
Oh, you have a sleeve on.
I can't take it off.
It's okay. I'll put... Mine's poking above.
Well, I'm still strong. You can't see it.
You're not supposed to have bigger biceps than me, though.
I don't want bigger biceps, but I am really strong.
You are very strong.
How strong?
Very. Do you plan on having more kids?
Yeah.
How many?
2.
2 more?
I mean, 1 for sure, and then we'll see how we're feeling. I would like 3, but are we going to make it through the second one?
I don't know.
We'll decide after the second.
I would like to have a daughter, I believe.
Yeah.
I think.
Me too. I'm calling it now, though. I think the next... Honestly, this is what I think. I think the next one is going to be a boy, and then the third will be a girl. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I feel. So, stay tuned. Let's see.
I'd feel bad for her life, though.
Why?
2 older brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did, never have a boyfriend. Mason James. Is that your Mason?
That's my brother.
Mason James, why is Cameron so focused on hurting people?
What?
That's her brother. He's being stupid. Look at this cat. She just thinks that she goes slow. I'm not going to notice.
I know.
Okay. What do you think about this? How has it been accepting religion in your life? Is it helping your healing journey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has helped my healing journey a lot.
With everything and every avenue of life.
Yeah.
I feel like it. I'm just thinking. We have to cut a lot, I think.
Yeah, I think it's helping our healing journey. I think we touched on it a bit in the last one of the last questions, summarizing it. I believe since my dad accepted Christ as Savior in that last year, he knows he's going to heaven. I know he's going to heaven, and so it's healing because there's peace, it's comfort. Is that a good explanation for you too?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you starting to feel better? You're missed on the main channel. That's from Candace Dolan. I'm starting to feel better. I am. I was thinking about that. I think it was actually today. I was thinking about that. I still have my hard moments, and it can be both in the same day, but I am starting to feel better. And I just know that because when he pops in my head, I don't get debilitated every time now. So, that's a good thing.
I learned that recently in Grief Share, that when you can start to think about the memories of your lost loved one and not be completely crippled and look back and feel happy, that's just a step forward in it. So that's good.
I love you both so much, and I'm just so proud of your journeys. Can we see your wedding plan journey?
Just look at me. Just look at me, and I'm the wedding planning journey.
Yeah.
Noah's just showing up.
But the wedding's not supposed to be about me.
It's about us.
It's always about the bride. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Even though it's not. That doesn't mean we have anything extravagant. We're literally getting married at our church and then going to a nice little restaurant to have a little party.
Yeah, we're keeping it simple, to the point, cute, subtle.
Yeah. This isn't some...
It's not extravagant, it's not crazy, it's
just a celebration.
Yeah, it's just gonna be nice and
compact?
Intimate, right?
Ow. Yes, intimate.
So, but I will answer more of that It's still stressful. I have like a never-ending list in my phone of like things I need to do, and like today we're like a week out, and I literally was like, I have to get cake. I have to figure out cake. It's not funny. I have to figure out cake. So it'll be okay. It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm just at the point now where like whatever detail's not worked out isn't getting worked out.
And that's fine though, because we have stuff paid for, so like we're gonna show up.
Yeah.
And if there's not cake, then there's not cake. But it's fine.
Somebody can run and get cupcakes.
You can still get married without cake. Quinn asked, Noah's been talking about... Oh, wow, I totally made up that. Noah has talked about his goals owning a ranch. What are Gabby's goals in life?
That's such a loaded question.
Technically, I already own ranch.
What?
It's in the fridge.
You're so stupid. Honestly, I feel like my goals and my purposes have really like changed since having Cameron. I think prior to, I was more like career focused and driven on like traveling with my job and like, you know, adventures and whatever. And while I still do want to travel, I also very much right now am focused on our family, focused on raising our son, focused on growing in our faith and allowing our son to hopefully blossom, you know, in his as he grows up. I just feel like that's like the most important job that I'll do or will do. So right now I feel like my goals in life are just to like really take care of my family and grow my family. Bigger picture, I want to travel. Why are you laughing?
I wasn't until you just looked at me.
I want to travel. No one wants to like move like to Texas.
I don't know about necessarily. I don't know about all that.
So no one
I
wants
don't
to...
know if I'll move to Texas.
Okay.
But...
Well, no one wants to move, and I love our house and our home and the area, and I've never felt more cozy in like a city and a spot.
Oh.
I just want to live here for a long time, and I want to build up our house, like add a floor when we start adding kids and maybe expand out. I think it would be really cool too. I think you talked about this, but some chickens would be cool.
Then I'm gonna, yeah.
Yeah, you and Cameron will take care of the coop, but just like eggs, you know, will be nice.
Yeah, but then we talked to Chelsea, and it seems like
she just got 10 more hens, so I don't even want to hear about anything she says. She's got 10 more. Did she say
it's hard? Like you have to pay for feed, which probably costs more than eggs.
But they can also eat literally anything. She throws like the scraps of their food, and like think about how many scraps we have from Cameron thrown on the ground. It's not like we're gonna have 20 chickens. I mean, if we could get away with like
20 eggs.
Yeah, we'd have to look into that.
Well,
I don't know, but like mini
goals.
homestead vibes.
Yeah.
Mini. So
there's a couple questions about my relationship with my mom. No, I don't have a relationship with my mom.
It's a hot mess express.
Yeah. So. Mr. Gary, with a G, says, as a Christian couple, how do you both see God using you as one going forward? That's a good question.
We're learning a lot about this now.
I mean, we definitely become one.
So we learned this recently, like with our pastor, with Roy's like picture of this, and he kind of explained it to us as like becoming one. So like, you know, there's Noah and then there's me, and like in between our fingers is like very weak, and that could essentially be like Noah's weak spots or struggles, and then like same with me, my weak spots and struggles. And so like he kind of explained this picture of like when we become one, we like shield and protect the other person's gaps. So I feel like that's kind of our take on it. And while we're not the greatest at it, like we're kind of working on this right now, so we're kind of like hitting each other's weak spots.
Yeah, sometimes we hit each other's weak spots.
But we're working on it.
Max asked a question. which we already made a video on, so I'll just throw a tag up here and you can click that. What was Cameron's birth experience like? It was
long,
something
hard, somewhat dramatic.
Somewhat.
Long story short, you can watch the video on the birth story. I can just give a quick snippet though. Planned a home birth. My my labor wasn't progressing in the way that it needed to. I needed pain management, so we wound up at the hospital a few days later. Got some pain management. Body still just wasn't progressing how it needed to. And ultimately ended in a C-section because that was just the safest route for Cameron and for me. And I had a lot of processing postpartum to work through with that. I do honestly believe my faith in God's plan has helped me heal some of those really big wounds from my birth with Cameron. And I think that eventually I'll get to a point where I'm more hopeful and excited about another birth. I'm definitely excited about another kid. And pregnancy. I didn't mind pregnancy, but the actual birth scares me because I just don't want a C-section again. And if I just have to get to a point where I would be okay with it. So not there yet. But
yeah, that one's hard.
Yeah.
Amanda asks, which one of you is the most romantic? That's me.
Romantic, but I do little things too. Like your deck of cards I wrote you.
Yeah, that's romantic.
I wrote on a deck of cards 50. Well, first I did 52 reasons why I love him, and then I did 52 reasons another deck because I learned that men actually want respect, and then I did 52 reasons why I respect you.
Yeah, that was very nice of you. Thank you.
Try.
That was romantic.
So
thank you.
Noah definitely takes the
extravagant.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I couldn't come up with the word. You're more romantic.
What is Brandon King asked? What is Salt's social security number? Huh. That's a very good question. I have no idea. Animals don't have social security.
What if though?
They just don't need it.
No, I know.
Yeah, I don't know what if.
It's funny.
And with that being said, that's all the Q&A.
Let me see.
What? Oh, I guess we could answer if I visited the Legacy.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of other questions asking if I visited the Legacy, and I haven't. I have no idea what it looks like. And, hopefully one day we'll be able to bring Cameron there.
Yeah, that would be nice.
What is Pop
That would be
had,
nice.
envisioned. But, no.
I would love to be able to, I don't know. It sucks that things are the way that they are because, with Cameron and, his age, and he loves our animals so much already, it's just, I would just kill to be able to see him, interacting with the animals and whatever. Like you said, hopefully one day.
Hopefully. Cameron's doing really well.
You didn't read the question.
JID asked, what have you guys been up to? How's the baby? Cameron's doing really well. He just turned 1.
He did. He just turned 1, and he is so animated with his expressions and with his words. It's just literally everything that he does. He's sweet. I took him out yesterday, and literally within 1 hour, because he loves to hand out his smiles, I had 2 people tell Cameron oh, you just made my day. Yeah. He's just a little precious bundle of crazy.
Yeah, he's very happy. Yeah. He likes to run around. He loves to throw balls around.
Oh, that's his favorite. And he
got an arm on him.
And he does. He will whip that thing. That's his favorite toy.
He also loves throwing things at this cat in particular. She's very vocal. She'll yes. And we were talking. We think that he likes it when she goes so he will grab stuff and throw it at her.
Like Legos or his binky, and he'll just sit there and go. And then it's funny.
So he's doing really well.
Yeah, he is. He's doing great.
And then last question from Pepe or whatever.
That's
Sorry.
a long name.
Yeah, that's a lot. Did you guys feel fine or sick after consuming all the donuts and coffee for that review video?
You were sick.
I eat myself sick a lot.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good video. I'd love to make that video today.
No.
Just slugging coffee and eating donies.
I didn't feel sick because I was smart. I just took like little bites and little sips, and Noah was like eating everything as if it was.
Love that.
As if it was.
I love that for myself.
Yeah, you can watch that video too.
Yeah, put another tag right there. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate this. If you enjoyed this Q&A question, drop some more comments down below, and we can potentially make another one, a 2.0, if there's some better, if there's some different questions in the comments, and that seems like a hot topic for you guys to get to know us a little bit more on a personal level. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we will see you in the next one.